Hey everyone, it's Jen, and welcome to your practice today. The focus for our practice is working with the element of fire. So, the element of fire is known for its transformative properties. The digestive fire is able to absorb and assimilate the nutrients from your food to the tissues and the cells of your body. And the transformative power of the mind is able to take in information and turn that into knowledge, wisdom, discernment. So the element of fire clears, right? So we get our blood moving, and that helps to clear stagnation from the physical body as well as from the mind. So we're going to emphasize the clearing property of fire in our practice today. So, to begin, you can stay in a simple cross leg position. And I'm also going to offer a variation of the Virasana, the hero's pose. And so, if you'd like the hero's pose, you might use a bolster and a block for that position. So, what I usually do is take the block on its lowest side, take the knees about frontal hip bone distance apart, and then you can slide the block just like this between the inner edges of your feet. And then you can set the bolster right on top of the block and your heels. So as your pelvis comes down, your sitting bones can rest upon that support. So it makes it a little easier on the knees and the thighs. And it also allows you to maybe get a little more length in your spine than the Sukhasana, the simple cross leg. And so, also, just a reminder as you're going through this practice, I am 15 weeks pregnant. So, as we're going through, at certain times, I may give you options for poses that I personally will not do. So, just keep that in mind as we're going through. I'll just be providing a variety of options for things. Okay, so sitting up tall, letting your hands come to your legs, or you can rest one hand and the other in your lap. Relax your shoulders, down your back. Draw your chin slightly in and feel the very crown of your head lengthen upward as you root down into the sitting bones. The eyes are the sensory organ associated with the element of fire. So consciously bring some awareness to your eyes. Feel the eyes soften into the sockets. See if you can relax the musculature around your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead. Deep inhalation. Deep exhalation. One more round of inhale and exhale. Allowing your eyes to reopen, beginning here with a few sun breaths. So inhale, allow your arms to circle out to the sides. Stretch your arms by your ears. And as you exhale, prayer hands join and draw down into your heart space. Two more times. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms out to the side. Let them rise up and along the sides of your face. Prayer hands come together and draw your prayer hands down into your heart. Last one, breathing in, let your arms sweep out to the side. Feel the rise of energy upward. Prayer hands join and draw down into your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms back out to the side, rise them up by the sides of your face, interlock your hands, and bring your hands to support the back of your head. You're just going to tip your chin slightly upward, opening through the throat. So the element of fire represents an inward movement in terms of absorption and assimilation of the nutrients, but also heat rises. So take the gaze up, open through the throat. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring your chin to parallel the floor, releasing your hands. Let your hands come down for a moment and just one shoulder at a time. Just roll the shoulder up, back, and down. Just feeling the fluid movement from right to left. Little movement maybe in your spine, kind of swing your torso a bit. Right, and then pausing there in the center for a few cactus arms. So breathe in, let your arms sweep back up by your ears. As you exhale, you can breathe out through your mouth. Let your elbows bend as your heart widens and chin elevates. Two more times. Inhale, sweep your arms up by the sides of your face. Exhale, cactusing your arms. Lift through the heart and chin. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, allow your elbows to bend, lift through the heart. Breathe in, sweep your arms up, interlock your hands, press your palms up toward the sky in this bound hand position. Draw your low front ribs into the body, ground down into the pelvis, the sitting bones. Take another inhale and exhale here. One more inhalation. Exhale, begin to release the interlock of the fingers. Let the arms float out to the side, maybe a little more aware of the energy and sensation in your arms as they release downward. And then we're going to allow the body to shift forward to tabletop position. So I'm just removing the bolster to the side. And then also, if you were sitting on the block, you can shift that back to the front short side of your yoga mat. So as you arrive here, spread through your fingers, breathe in. Let's release the belly down toward the floor, lifting up through the heart. As you're exhaling, pressing into the balls of the feet, toning the belly button into the spine and elevating the knees, coming into downward facing dog. As you land in the downward facing dog, begin to pedal out through the knees and the feet. And there's always the option here to take your feet a little wider, maybe even as wide as your yoga mat, maybe bending even into both knees to kind of widen across the pelvic floor and feel the light rise of the sitting bones up toward the sky. Taking another inhale and exhale. So you take your next breath in. If your feet are wide, bring them about frontal hip bone distance apart. Taking your gaze upward to your hands and then beginning to step your feet forward, coming into the Uttanasana forward fold at the front short side of the mat. Inhale, hands on the blocks or just high up on the shins. Allow your knees to bend as you slide the shoulder blades down the back and engage the low front ribs into the body. Slide the hands up to your hips. Press into your feet, elbows point high. Rise all the way up. coming into Tadasana mountain pose. Stretch your arms down by your hips, focus your eyes, and also allow the eyes to soften. Deep breath in, sweep your arms out to the side, up by the ears, prayer hands joining together, coming through the heart. Bend the knees and hinge the torso out over the legs. As you land there, inhale, halfway lift. So press into the blocks. The shins are the floor. As you're exhaling, we're going to step the left foot back. So hands can frame the right foot or slide your blocks back. Step the left foot back. Spin the left heel down to the mat in preparation for warrior two. So ground through your legs. Inhale. Cartwheel your arms around and up. Turn to face the left long side of the mat and stretch through your inner elbows, stretch through your inner wrist and your hands. Breathing in, flip up your right palm, reversing your warrior. So left hand either landing on your left thigh or looping gracefully behind the low back, palm facing out on your right hip. Breathing in, let your body return to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Exhale, let your arms come around. Frame your front right foot, spin off your back heel. Remove the blocks if you're using them. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in the downward facing dog, and as you exhale, knees coming down, tabletop position. You're going to pick up your left foot so you can move your left foot, left knee off to the left just a bit. Modified side plank. Extend through your right knee. Slide your right hand to your right hip as the inner edge of the right foot meets the earth. Now you can always stay here, or we're going to do some knee contractions here. So engaging through the low belly to float the right leg up in the air. Take your right arm, stretch your right arm along the right side of your face. You're going to take your breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to curl the right knee and elbow together. And then inhale, reach the arm and the leg back out. Exhale, curl the knee and the elbow together. And inhale as you stretch the right leg and right arm back out. One more time. Exhale, curl in to the center. Inhale, stretch your arm and your leg out. You're going to take your right arm, sweep it to the sky, to the back short side of the mat, and allow your right hand and your right knee to come back down into tabletop. Breathing in, let your belly release to the earth. Lift up through your heart. Exhale, tone the belly, downward facing dog. Pedal out through your knees and your feet. Reach out long through the crown of your head. Deep inhalation. Deep exhalation. Right, on your next breath in, take your gaze forward. Begin to shift your feet forward. Walk or feel free. Take maybe a light hop. Blocks beneath the hands or hands on the shins. Inhale, take your spine, lengthen out halfway. Soften your knees a bit. Draw your low front ribs in. Slide your hands to your hips. Inhale, press into your feet. Rise up. Shoulders landing over the hips. Stretch your arms down. Focus and soften through your eyes. Breathe in. Sweep your arms up and along the sides of your face. Prayer hands joining, coming through the heart, bend your knees and hinge the torso forward over the legs. Breathing in, lift the belly, halfway lift, reach long through the spine. So right foot is going back. So feel free, please, to either just frame the foot with the hands or slide the blocks back to give you extra support. Spin your right heel down to the mat. Inhale, let your arms cartwheel around, turn to face the right long side of your yoga mat. Stretch out through your inner elbows, inner wrist, your hands. Inhale, flip up your left palm. Exhale, right hand to right thigh or looping the right arm behind the low back, palm facing out on the left hip. Breathing in, rising back up, shoulders over hips. Exhale, bring your arms around, frame your front left foot, spin off your back right heel. Set the blocks to the side, step back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let your knees lightly land on the mat. So you're going to pick up the right foot and right knee coming into modified side plank, second side. Ground into your right hand, extend through the inner edge of the foot as the foot meets the earth, left hand to hip. Now you can always stay here and work the pose from right here, otherwise engaging the low belly just a bit more to float the left leg away from the floor. Stretching the left arm along the side of the face, take a breath in. Exhale, curl the left elbow knee toward the center. Inhale as you reach and lengthen back out. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach out. One last time. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, reach and lengthen back out. Okay, the top left arm is going to sweep up. It's going to sweep back and around, coming back down into all fours, tabletop position. Breathe in, allowing your belly to release toward the earth, lifting through your heart. Ground into the balls of the feet. Float the knees, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep breath in and a last breath out here. Using your next inhalation to take your gaze forward, adjust your feet forward, maybe slide the blocks beneath your hands or hands to shins. Inhale, half lift. Feel your sideways grow long out of the pelvis, soften your knees, low front ribs in, hands to hips, elbow points pull high, press down, rise up. Shoulders landing over the hips, extend your arms down, focus as well as relax your eyes. Breathe in, let your arms sweep up by your ears. Prayer hands are just going to come together and glide down into the heart. Now, as that's happening, we're shifting the weight into the right foot for stork position. So low front ribs draw in. Allow the left foot to begin to lift away from the floor. Reach up through the crown of the head, and we're going to use stork pose as a transition into high lunge. So being mindful to step far enough back that you don't land on your blankets. You're going to start to draw your left heel in toward the buttocks. Lean the torso a bit forward as you're bending your right knee. That left foot's going to reach back. Landing on the mat, breathe in, let your arms sweep up and along the sides of your face. Low front ribs draw in as the tailbone draws down. The hands like miniature suns, press through the palms, spread through the fingers. Exhale, hands coming to frame the right foot. Step back, downward facing dog. You can stay in the downward dog. You might also opt for modified side plank on the left knee, left hand. Otherwise, I'm going to start to shift more weight into the left hand as your heels start to spin to the left. Inner edges of your feet come together. Side plank pose. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Take a breath in. Deep breath out. Another inhale, exhale. One more breath in. As you exhale, a graceful transition back to plank pose. So from modified plank or side plank, find plank, knees up or down. Exhale, bend the elbows. Now you can hover, or if you like, you can lower all the way down. Inhale, thighs coming down, heart pulling through, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Okay, one last inhale and exhale here. Okay, inhale, gaze forward. Start to shift your feet forward. Please feel free to walk or lightly hop your feet forward as your feet land. Hands on the blocks or the shins. Just lengthen through your spine. Shoulder blades glide down the back. Bend your knees. Hands to hips. Elbow points pull high. Breathe in and rising on up. Reach your arms down, focus your eyes ahead, breathe in, sweep your arms up. Prayer hands coming together, drawing them into the heart as you feel your weight shift into your left foot, stork position. So right toes start to lift away from the floor. The low belly draws in and low front ribs draw together. Broaden across your heart. Take your breath in. So you start to exhale, you're going to start hooking your right heel toward the buttocks as you're bending in that front left knee. So you start to hinge the body forward. So you got to be mindful to step that right foot far enough back. So start to reach through the leg, land the right foot down, and then inhale, let your arms sweep up by the ears. Feel grounded, but the flame of the element of fire rising upward. Press through your hands. Activate through your fingers. A nice deep breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Stay here or modified side plank on the right knee, right hand. Otherwise, inner edges of the feet can start to come together. Heels can spin over to the right. Ground into the right hand. Draw the low front ribs in as the inner edges of your feet squeeze together. Left arm reaches high. Breathe in. Deep breath out. Deep inhalation and exhalation. Okay, one more breath in. As you're exhaling, start to bring your left hand back down. Come into plank pose in the center or modified plank pose. Knees up or down. As you're exhaling, please feel free to lower all the way or otherwise just hovering. Inhale, letting your thighs come down and your heart pulls through. Tops of the feet anchor down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last inhalation and exhalation. Okay, take the knees down to the mat. Breathe in, let your belly release. Lift up through your heart. Exhale, press into your hands, round through your spine. Inhale, come to neutral. Swing your legs out to the right or to the left. Rock out onto your opposite hip. Swing your legs around. Shift your hips to the center. Come down. It's nice and easy. Coming down onto your spine. Knees bending. Feet coming flat. Rock your knees side to side. Release your back. Okay, take your right knee. Draw the right knee into the chest. Press your hands into your right shin bones, overlapping or interlocking. You can keep your left knee pointing up to the sky or maybe reach out through your left heel, half knee to chest. Okay, slide your left knee back up, point it up to the sky. Release your hands, let your right foot come down, pick up your left foot, hug your left thigh in. Bring your hands around, interlock them around the shin bones. Breathe in. Okay, right knee can stay pointing up or feel free to slide the leg out, partial extension, or all the way out. Deep inhale. Okay, keep your right leg out along the mat, or if it's not there already, you can slide it out. Then extend your left leg out along the floor. Reach your arms up by your ears. Full body extension, full body reach. Feel the grounding and steadiness of your legs and your feet. And the rise up of the side bodies, arms, the spine. Okay. Let your heels start to widen, toes start to fall open. Draw your arms down by the sides of the body. Bring your awareness into the solar plexus region as you let your body settle. So, the space between the bottom of your chest bone and the belly button. Noticing the energetic wheel at this area of the body associated with the color of yellow, like the sun. Breathing in, feeling the ball of energy expand from the core of your being out. Feeling a sense of clarity and illumination. Releasing the imagery of the sun at the center of the body and just let yourself settle in here for just a minute of stillness. Taking your last few moments here. Okay, allowing your knees to bend one at a time, finding the earth with your feet, gracefully rolling your body over to the right or to the left. Just let a full cycle of inhale and exhale circulate through. And pressing your hands down and just rising up with ease, coming back up to your seat. You can join your palms together. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that resides within you. Namaste.